Hello there, you delightful individuals, and welcome back to the questionable game Emporium, where we play the most questionable of games available on PCs, basically. This tends to be the way this works. Today we are going to be exploring a delightful homoerotic game, as I've been wanting to explore more homoeroticism here on the questionable game Emporium, and this game is called Blush Blush. As I understand it, it's a little anime-style game where there is magic and frolics and delightfully glorious individual males who might possibly be very interested in getting all up in our business. All of that usual kind of thing, you know? So I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it as much as I am hoping to myself, you know? You delightful individuals on YouTube, you will of course get the ultra-censored version of this. If you would like to see some of the not safe for work content, then you'll have to scroll down into the description where you will find a link to another platform where you'll be able to subscribe to get that sexy homoeroticism, you know? So yeah, I'm intrigued by this one. I have found that when it comes to LGBTQIA games, they do tend to really put a lot more emphasis into consensuality, which I love to see. There seems to be a hand-in-hand dynamic when it comes to LGBTQIA representation in not safe for work games, and consent, and respect of boundaries, and appreciation. So it's great to see that, and I'm genuinely hoping that this game is going to continue with that sort of theme. So we'll see. Hello, you delightful individuals. ValenVain from the editing suite here, just giving you our content warnings for this game. The content warnings include homoerotic sex. There is anthropomorphication, like some of the characters start off as animals and then become humans. However, there isn't any specific sexual content with the animals themselves other than true love's first kiss. True love's first kiss basically turns them from full animal into anthropomorphized human, and it goes on from there, okay? So just giving you that heads up that there is that kind of thing. I wouldn't say that it encroaches into bestiality, but I would say that there is the anthropomorphication theme in there. Other than that, there's no other real content warnings. Homoeroticism, furries, for those people that have got a furry kink, and heads up that just because somebody is a furry doesn't mean that they have a furry kink. So yeah, if you're happy with those, please enjoy the video. Well, hello there, you delightful individuals. Welcome on into Blush Blush, which is an LGBTQIA game. Very homoerotic. I felt that there was a need for more homoeroticism in the questionable game Emporium, as we are very much LGBTQIA. We are part of the alphabet mafia, and therefore I felt the need to indulge a little further into some more queer games, you know? It's the only way I know how to be. This is called Blush Blush, and this game is actually free by itself, but has a not safe for work DLC, which I find very, very interesting. I know that there's quite a few games out there that have patches, that have not safe for work patches, which normally is one of those things where you've got to buy the game ends up being weird without the patch, so you've got to go for searching across the internet to get the not safe for work patch. However, this one comes completely and utterly in Steam. The game itself is completely free, but the DLC patch, I think it cost me like a $5. It didn't cost me very much by any stretch of the imagination, and that gives me the option for not safe for work content. There was another patch as well, or another DLC, should I say, which was the Kitsune bundle. By the looks of things, it makes things a little more anthropomorphic, shall we say. It's anthropomorphized, well, by the looks of things, kitsune, so fox creatures. It's the first day of summer, and the city's new zoo is celebrating its grand opening. Oh, that's interesting. So now that we've added the uncensored mode, we have officially gone in and clicked the uncensored mode in the settings. It's changed the entire first screen. Same wording, but changed the entire first screen. And we have now got this, well, creature. This very generic looking creature in front of us. Interesting. It's the first day of summer and the city's new zoo is celebrating its grand opening. As the zoo's senior rehydration engineer, it's your job to hand out bottles of completely normal, very not magical water. But while fetching the water from storage, you hear a sound that catches your attention. Before you know it, 20 minutes has passed, and you're going to be late. And in your haste, you grab the closest box of water bottles without checking the labeling. Later, at the zoo's entrance, as all the various attractive zoocomers begin to arrive, you accidentally hand out the zoo's entire supply of magically cursed water. Suddenly, there are flashes of light and puffs of smoke. All around, there are sounds of attractive men being transformed into animals. It's anarchy. Okay, so the Kitsune DLC is just purely to add in extra characters, whereas they all become anthropomorphized gay animals by the looks of things. Each of the newly transformed MANimals race off in a flurry of chaos, leaving only a single solitary bunny behind.
Beg your pardon,
The bunny says,
I appear to have been transformed into a hare of some kind. Could I get a refund on my admission?
His little nose twitches a bit. And as you stare into his beautiful brown eyes, remembering his sexy, sexy human body, you are filled with a sudden, powerful determination.
Ahoy!
Oi, you there,
Says the magical spirit animal in the sky.
look at you, stuck in the middle of a weird anime plotline. Good for you.
My name's Cube.
And I'm gonna help you out. Because only an act of true love is gonna break those curses. And you look like you could use a crash course.
Yeah!
Put on your dancing shoes, check your breath, and follow me. It's time to play some Blush Blush.
Let's get started.
Alrighty. Just tap on the guy's tab, then the Nim's cute little face to see how he's doing.
Okay. The guy's tab. And Nim.
Remember,
Each guy you unlock will have different desires and you need to fulfill in order to grow their love for you. Remember, only love can break the curse. Looks like Nim just wanted a refund for his zoo admission. Sounds reasonable. For that, you're gonna need the Jobs tab.
Okay. So this is
Oh.
tutorial stuff, okay? Oh, okay. So it requires me to do other jobs to make up for the fact that I can't. So I need to personally give this guy a refund for the fact that I have accidentally turned him into a hare-like creature. Okay. It's not the zoo's policy. It's not the zoo as a company. The zoo are taking no responsibility for this. It is purely me. Me, the employee, the chief hydration officer. I fucked up and therefore I need to work off the debt. Interesting. All right. Okay. So, well, okay, there's a level of concern I have for the fact that this is not an anthropomorphized animal. That's just an animal. Now, I'm assuming, based on what I've seen, that there isn't any hot homoeroticism between human beings and animals. I would like to think not. I'd like to think that we get them to turn back first. We get them all to fall in love with us and then turn back in the most polyamorous, anthropomorphic way possible, you know? Okay, so we should use our one heart to give them a refund, right?
So you turned me into a rabbit by accident. Well, that's pretty upsetting, but I'm still not really over finding out that magic exists. It's kind of rocking my world.
Can we do another one? No, 51 out of 100. Talk again. 100 out of 100.
Well, I'm not sure this is working. I understand if you'd rather shake hands and part ways now. Seems like a lot of trouble.
I mean, no. What are your stats? Age 20, birthday July 4th, reading hobby, blood type O negative. You're a baker. Okay.
Oh, you'll keep trying? Great. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm one appreciative bunny.
To reach the next level with Nim, you need a diamond. Okay. Level up your smart stat, take him to dinner, and learn about his hobbies. What is the pinup event? Okay. Is this like another sort of mobile game dynamic with loads of micro purchases? Collect all 7 tokens. Would you like to buy more? Does it actually cost? Yes, it does. It costs actual money. Okay.
Each hobby you work on improves one of the stats.
You've got enough time to do reading, which will make you smart. Activate your reading hobby. And we can just sit and wait for all these things to happen. All right. So we're in a situation where we're kind of just meandering through time at the moment in order to get these things to happen. We are not spending any money. or any micro purchases, should I say. And therefore, we are going to take the time. Do the time way, you know? And we've got all of these. Oh my lordy, there's a whole load of people we can date. And then extra stuff. Okay, I see. And if it is just a case of, like, time, then there's no need to spend the microtransactions. It would be interesting to find out what this game is like without the not safe for work stuff. Because evidently we had, like, a scene before where we were able to, like, see part of the story. And if that's the case, then maybe this game could be quite good in regards to just a nice, wholesome, homoerotic game without the not safe for work content. But I will never know, because I am all about that NSFW kind of stuff, you know? Oh, these are my... Oh, okay. I can change my avatar. Behold us, the great and powerful mustachio. That's just going to keep going, and it gets harder because of course it does. Right, okay. Every game that I've played like this so far has a million years worth of tutorial, whereas this actually just like, here is some information and go and do it, you know? We've got to do this stuff, the talking manually. The job stuff just keeps going by itself, no issues at all. And so do the hobbies. Okay, interesting. So now, we'll give him another one. And then we'll click on date, presumably. Oh, it's going to cost us $130 to go for a dinner with him. $550 and then to... Okay, all right, okay. This is intriguing. This is the reason why you just keep going, having these things going on in the background. Okay, I see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Pay. We are dating the rabbit. Look at them snaffle that carrot. Do we know what their name is? Have I just not paid attention? Is that what's going on? Oh, they're looking abashed. Nim, of course, yes. The secret of Nim. And Nim's secret is they don't want to be a rabbit. While walking through the park, you catch Nim giggling to himself.
Sorry, I was just thinking about how much easier it is making friends as a rabbit, and caught myself wondering why I hadn't tried this sooner.
And we have a new hobby. Okay, we can learn some survival while we are going on. Sounds great. Oh. We have a new person to allure. Who is Volks? One day, while out in the forest practicing your survival training, you're attacked out of nowhere by a sharply dressed bear. But before she can land a super sick burn, a wolf suddenly intervenes. After a ferocious battle, the wolf drives the bear away and looks at you with an intense brooding eyes. As he licks his wounds, he scoffs. Oh, it's you. Well, don't get too excited. That bear and I just had some unfinished business. Why are you looking at me like that? With that weird gleam in your eye? Don't tell me you're going to keep bothering me. Fuck my life. So I'm a wolf. All my boyhood dreams have come true. Too bad I was such a dumbass little kid. Deluxe coffee date with Volks. Fully animated, fully voiced, and oh so romantic. I mean, these things aren't massively expensive. Like $2, $7. But the thing with microtransactions is they always build up. You always end up having a lot of money spent purely because they don't seem like it costs a lot. And you got like 200 diamonds. And how much is 200? 250 diamonds is $20. So yeah, you see, this is the thing. This is where it all builds up and what have you. And if it's something that you're really passionate about and something you absolutely love, and it gives you that little dopamine boost, then it's worth doing. Like, anything is worth doing if it makes you happy, you know? Just make sure that it's spare money that you have and not, like, money that you should be spending on rent and bills, right? Okay, I'm determined to get to a point where we're actually seeing some homoeroticism, some not safe for work content, because at the moment this is just, in my personal opinion, dragging. Like, it's all very well that we're doing this stuff, great, but okay. Oh, we got a new person. Okay, Kelby the cock. While on your quest to find all the transformed boys, you decide to look in the ocean. But it turns out that being in water is leading cause of drowning, and you begin to sink. You yell for help, and the lifeguard rushes to your rescue, pulling you from the briny deep. "Well, I gotcha," he says in a dramatic fashion. "Rest easy, you're safe now. Sorry it took me more than 4 seconds to save you. I'm only half a lifeguard I once was." That's when you notice that your lifeguard is an enormous chicken. Giant cock. It's one of the guys that you cursed. Looks like this is your chance to rescue him.
Well, it looks like you've got loads to do, and a whole lot of time to do it. You need more time blocks.
Easy.
You earn time blocks from achievements. 1 time block for every 5 achievements.
But you can also do so from the store, of course. So it's going to teach us about all of the different bits and pieces for store. Oh, we can do it for free? I mean, I do love doing things for free. Okay. It's giving me an extra 5 time blocks. Can we do 2 things at the same time then? We can! Ah, this changes things. All right. In which case, can we do 2 jobs at the same time? We can sew and we can manage a bar, apparently. And Kelby.
Not so bad.
We can take you on a date. Oh, the date's going to take us 3 time blocks. So let's get back one of those. And then date you 6 dinners? 6 dinners? You need to eat 6 dinners and you go for cannibalism? That's what you go for? Good Lord. It's quite the choice. Why did we feed the salad to the wolf and feed chicken to the chicken? You know?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Leonard thingy, and we are going to... My God. We have got to a point where we might actually be breaking the curse temporarily. So we have to kiss? Well, okay. I mean, it is for medicinal purposes, right? You lean in for a smooch, and there's a sudden shower of sparkles and bubbles, transforming the rabbit into mostly not a rabbit. Progress! Ah, yes, the delightfully tantalizing moment of we have to bone in order to get you to be less animal. Well, I'm glad. I have to say, I am very glad to find out that the intimacy is definitely coming with a humanoid form as opposed to a rabbit form, you know? Oh, look at them. They have changed into a less animalistic creature. And we can do dinner with you again. What? Wait a minute. What? What is this? We've gone from dinner being $130 to dinner being $36,000. I can't believe that they've done that, which means that this is all going to take so much longer. Do you know what, friends? I've just realized that this has also massively gone up. We have literally hit the kiss mark where we kissed them. And then it goes up from 1,000 or 1,900 to 17,000. Okay, so this actually goes up with how smart I am. So the smarter I am, the faster this goes up. Okay. Right, this is going to be one of those situations where I am going to have to take my sweet time doing it all and then skip on to any important bits. Looks like your progress is slowing way down. Yeah, no shit. Look, you got just the trick in the stats tab. This game is called Reset. Well, it resets your game, but in exchange, it'll give you a speed boost called your Reset Boost. This will make your next playthrough way faster. All your dates and jobs and cards get sped up big time. Wait, so it makes you start again? Your reset bonus grows every time you go up a relationship level with guys. So the longer you wait, the better the bonus. If you reset now, you'll double your speeds the next time you play. And don't worry, your time blocks and diamonds won't be affected. I'm not that mean. This sounds pretty bloody mean. I'm not going to lie to you, Cube. This sounds bloody awful. In order to progress the game faster, you have to start again. You have to literally go back to the beginning with all of your time blocks and your diamonds and start over again. And it takes you less time. I've been playing this game like nearly an hour, and this is the way that you treat your players. What the actual fuck? Oh, but of course, you can gain the boost while skipping the reset if you decide to fork out and pay for diamonds. Last night I crept up to your window and contemplated mauling you, but knowing my luck, you probably just loaded with gluten or something, so I spared you. I recommend you figure out how to break this curse sooner rather than later. I earned another diamond. Amongst the blossoms, Vox give you a rare smile. All right. Don't get all touchy-feely on me. You're good people. Now get out of my bubble. Thanks, buddy. But now we can buy you gifts. A lint roller for 4k. Sure. And the date costs 2.5k. Sure. I need extra time blocks. Of course I do. You can stop being a musician for a minute. Oh, he's eager for the roller coaster. Not strapped in, though. Not strapped in, it has to be said. Not ideal, you know. But never mind. Vox is enjoying himself. Maybe this will warm him up to me a little bit. Okay, third date complete. Let's do it. Okay, we might actually have enough money as well to take Nim on a very, very expensive dinner. Okay. Yes, we can pay that. Wow. This is a very long dinner date. But what an adoring individual that we have to face. Just gonna sit here and gaze lovingly at your features. What a beautiful scenario. Tell me, does the rabbiteers still give you a rabbit appetite? Is that part of you that hasn't changed back? You feel hungry for lettuce and what have you? One thing that rabbits/hares always do very well is coital engagement. Do you fancy a good rutting in the hedgerow over there? No. Just want to smile adoringly at me. I mean, I can't say I blame you. I am quite attractive, but that's okay. You just gaze lovingly into my delightful visage, despite the fact that I look like I'm made out of marshmallow, with my pasty white skin and very generic looking features. But that's fine. You look adorable. If that counts, you look absolutely adorable. Don't you look fantastic? Are your ears as sensitive as a Ferengi's? Can I play with them and make you feel warm and welcome and tantalized inside? No? Maybe? Possibly? Nope, just gonna spend the next few minutes staring at an empty plate. You haven't even eaten anything. What did you order? Did you order the... Oh, did they serve you the rabbit? Is that what it was? Yeah, I can understand how that would cause a mild scenario of hesitation. But that's all right. We can get you some salad. Would that help you? Would you like salad? Or are you feeling a little bit more peckish for something like a big, thirsty, lubricated sausage? Tell me more. Oh, our date has come to a conclusion. What a shame. Oh, and the date gives me absolutely loads. Oh, that's fantastic. So can we just buy dates and it gives you more thirsty hearts and stuff? Oh, we've got 7 diamonds. Let's use our 7 diamonds to speed things along a little bit, all right? While we're doing it, let's increase our smarts and increase our guts, because those are the ones that go hand in hand with these two. And we should be able to jump another job in there, which will get us more monies quicker. Okay. But what happens if I go on a date with you, the coaster? If we pay 6, that gives 26,000 hearts. How many hearts do we need? We need 5,000. That gives 10,000. Another dinner date gives 4,000. Let's pay the diamonds. And it's instant as well. So that's 17,182. Okay. Wait, that was only to that level. So in order to get to it, I've got 3 more levels to go. And the next one's at 111,000. And I've got to do all of these. 10 ice creams? 10 ice creams. Going to cost me 10k. Let's do one of those.
Aww.
What was the date you needed? A boat ride? Pay 4 for the boat ride? Fantastic. Go us. That's still only 13k. Jeez. They're trying to make things unbelievably tedious so that you go to the store and buy diamonds to speed everything up. I thought that the 17,000 was to take us up to here, which would give us the love. But it's not at all giving us the love. Okay, friends, here we are. 4 days later. I have literally had this game on for 4 days. I have logged into it every single day in the past 4 days in order to try and get this to a relatively presentable point. We are right near the end of this little section. I basically was like, I'm not going to record all of the gameplay in order to get these people to various different degrees. I'm just going to get to that point and then start recording again. And it took about 2 days to get Nim to this level here, and that's where I decided to stop and wait for them. It's literally taken me right up until this point in order to get this going. Volks, I've got to a point where I can finally touch him, and he gives me love hearts. Talking to them gives you even more love hearts. Dates and stuff and all that jazz always do. I was going to try and do it with Nim, Volks, and Kelby, but it turns out that, well, I mean, look at Kelby, I'll show you. Like, sunglasses, 6 dinners, and 2 million, and we've only just kissed them. When you kiss them, as you can see, they become a more anthropomorphized version of their animals, from a chicken to from a wolf, from a rabbit, and you can see it all. And it just becomes basically unattainable. To be able to gift him some sunglasses is going to cost me $4 million, apparently. To take him on a date, $2.5 or nearly $3 million. To take them on a carnival, but 36 grand in order to take them for 1 dinner, never mind 6 dinners. It just becomes a little unattainable. But if you sit here and just click on them, then it becomes perfectly fine, and you don't have to worry about anything. Oh, let me put the music back on so you can actually hear stuff. Okay, now, this is the reason why I turned the volume off. Because it just becomes unreasonable. We're at 200,000 out of 2.5 million between, and that isn't 2.5 million between the lips and the love heart. That's 2.5 million between the lips and this little section here. This little section here. So, yeah, I decided I was going to get Nim to a point where I've got the love heart, and I was going to get Volks to the point where I got the love heart. Up until this point, in the 4 days that I have been literally playing this game, there have been no X-rated scenes. In fact, there has been basically nothing. Each one of these little sections is like a cut show of the lore behind that, like a cutscene of the lore behind that specific character, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So I was like, right, I'm gonna get them up to this one, and then I'm gonna start recording again and see how we get on. Okay, now I'm nearly at the point where I can do that with Volks, and then we can explore all of this together. Okay, I've only got 100,000 left to go. It's okay. There it is. There it is. We've finally done it. Those pokes happen if you're not familiar enough with them for them to allow you extra little love hearts and what have yous. With the jobs, you can see that I've got a whole load of new jobs. With the hobbies, I've unlocked all of these cheeky little things, and it's just got ridiculous. About halfway through, once I'd kissed Nim, this little thing appeared, and I haven't clicked on it yet because I wanted to show you what that was all about. And of course, you get little extras. If you go up here, you can click on claiming stuff. I didn't do it for the first couple of days, but as you can see here, I've literally been doing it 5 days now. Not even 4 days. 5 days I have logged onto this in order to get these characters to where they are. There has literally been no actual real story. You saw us kiss Nim. Volks, we did the kiss, and Kelby, we did the kiss. I have since unlocked other characters. Let me show you the other characters, which I haven't even clicked onto yet. So let's have a look at those. We've got Eli, who is a Pegasus unicorn, who's already got all of these things without me doing anything with it. Then we've got Anon. You decide to try searching the internet for more information on MANimals, you cursed. You grab a seat at an internet cafe and start interneting. But after a few quick searches, you realize you've accidentally hacked into NORAD. A mysterious message pops up on your screen from a hacker called Anon. He congratulates you on your elite hacking skills and calls for a truce. I can't believe you beat me best time, even as I was trying to stop ye. That kind of hacking demands a pint to celebrate. Let's go. I'm at the computer just in front of ye. Don't mind my affliction. You look up and are surprised to see a lemur where you were expecting to see someone more human-shaped. It's one of the boys you cursed. Now you just have to break the news that his affliction is your fault. So then we've got this one. And then we've got 15 dinners. They start off relatively cheap, and then they get exponentially harder as time goes on. I'm almost at a point where I'm going to get this one with level 23 passionate, but at the same time, I just don't care enough. This is the problem that I've got now. It's been 5 days and nothing has really happened in this game. Nothing has really happened. But of course, you can always speed things along if you fork out an unreasonable amount of money in order to get loads of diamonds and speed everything up. Yeah, that's not going to be a thing that I do personally. The game isn't interesting enough for. I'm all for microtransactions if they are an accentuation to the game. A game can be free and accessible to everybody, and so long as the game is good, I'm willing to put money into it. But this game has taken me 5 days to get anywhere of even vague interest, or at the very least 3 days with this one. So I don't have an interest in order to invest into the game, you know? Now, before we go on the further dates with Volks and Nim, I want to find out what this little buzz thing here. This one actually appeared probably around here when I just kissed him and got to that first level after the kiss with Nim. And I haven't clicked on it because I wanted to make sure that I recorded it properly for everybody so that everyone knew exactly where we were at, okay? Oh, okay. So we've got a new message from Cashew. Requires Anon. Oh, right. Okay. So you get to various different points and you get messages from them. Maybe this is where the content I have been missing out on. Let's find out. Hello? Are you the person going around saving the animal guys? Pick a reply. Yes, are you an animal? Do you want to date me? That rather depends on whether or not saying yes will implicate me in some sort of crime. Let's do that one. And then, of course, we have to wait for all of the stuff to happen. But it looks like we do get pictures, which is interesting. My name is Cashew, or you can call me Cash, if that's less nutty for you. Are you a squirrel person? Oh gosh, I can't believe I just typed that. Where's the undo button? Here's your free get out of awkward pass. Use it, start over. There we go. So we've got to do 25 messages in order to get the picture. Is that effectively what I'm looking at here? That's what we call it, right? When a guy pretends he's a girl or a fish. Sorry, I'm terrible with slang. I'll send you a picture though, or at least you can see who you're dealing with. Include the picture in the book as proof, and then I'll believe you. You got it. 1 sec. I'll just go and have to go grab it. Okay. Burb. 2 more to the picture. And now I've got to wait 35 minutes for the next message. Oh, fuck that noise. Right, okay. In which case, we will pick up with Nim.
So, I'd like to kiss you. May I kiss you? Like, for real this time? And,
Yes.
if you want to do more than kiss, I would be good with that.
You earned 1 diamond. Looks like you could use a nuzzle. You're an accomplished nuzzler. So we've got Nim back to normal. I don't know what happens as we get further up, but I'm not going to get to 31 million. That isn't a thing. A neck pillow is $20 million. And the masquerade is $3.5 million. I can earn about 3 million a day at the moment, and I am not going to sit here and do that. So we'll swiftly move on and see where we get with the Vox. I'm going to kiss you now. More diamond.
Hey, how's it going?
Really doesn't go with all of the all the music going on there, you know. So we've had Volks and we've had Nim. All right, okay, right. That's me done. That's me done. That is me absolutely done with this game. Okay, let me summarize it. Interesting concept, the idea of this storyline where you are somebody who works in a zoo and you give out cursed things and they all turn into animals, then manimals, and then people. Homoeroticism abound. You flirt with them, you date with them. It becomes more and more interesting as time goes on. And to be fair, the little sections of it can be quite interesting, you know, the little things where you've got to build up your trust, you've got to convince them that you're on their side and you're genuinely wanting to help before they succumb to their animalistic urges and become more and more animal, you know. I get all of that stuff. But dear Lord, this game is basically unplayable if you do not, like, if you are not spending money on the microtransactions. Like, it's all very well having a free game, but I also paid for the Not Safe for Work DLC. So I have actually paid money for this game, or for at least part of this game. And this took me 5 days with me actively logging on and clicking like this in order to make all of this speed up so that I could show everybody what it's about. So it's a real shame because I feel like the concept of the game is quite an interesting one. I feel like it's nice to have a little bit more homoeroticism in these games. Everything in it is completely and utterly consensual. The storylines and the relationships between the characters are very interesting. The polyamory is an interesting concept. Each of them are very, very different as people. And even the Not Safe for Work content has its own sort of charm about it, you know? I quite like it. I quite like all that stuff. But I can't deal with the waiting around. Maybe it's because I just don't have the patience for it, but I really am struggling with the waiting around. It has taken me literally 5 days to get to a point with 2 of the characters out of all of these characters. And bearing in mind that has taken me 5 days, in order to unlock the next one, I need level 23 in here. That's going to take another 5 hours. And that's 5 hours after it's got 70% of the way through. So it's really, really unfortunate, but I feel like the transactions in this game are a mandatory as opposed to a bonus. I was talking about this on stream the other day. Free games are fine. Games with microtransactions are also fine because, you know, the developers have to make their money. They have to make their money somehow. There's no point in spending all that time working without earning anything. And I get that, and I completely and utterly get that. But it should be, and if you're going to make a free game that has microtransactions in it, the microtransactions should be an accessory to the game to accentuate the game. They should not be like a key requirement of the game, because let's not lie about this. These are not cheap. And that's a real shame. That's a really, really shame. So I genuinely, my review of the entire game, because I will not be picking this up again. My review of the entire game is interesting concept, interesting storyline, and genuinely nice to see consensual homoeroticism with a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of flair, a little bit of like furry fetish in there as well. I like that stuff. All fine and dandy. But the game itself is tedious because of how long you have to wait in order to make something happen. Bearing in mind that in order to access any of the Not Safe for Work content at all, you have to pay for it anyway. Which is in itself, I suppose, becomes a sort of microtransaction because it's like downloading the DLC. So, yeah, interesting concept. Really glad to see it's all consensual, but still, will not be playing this again. And I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it unless it's something that you are genuinely really interested in. If you've come to the end of this video and you're like, my God, this is everything, I really want to play this, fantastic. Really glad for you. If you've come to the end of this video and you're like, dear Lord, why the hell have you spent this amount of time doing this? I am with you. I understand that. Because I just don't think it's worth the reward that I have got for waiting for the 5 days has not been worth the amount of time that I have spent plowing through it all, you know? So yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. For you beautiful you people on YouTube, you of course have had the ultra censored version of this game, and what an interesting time you must have had as well, plowing through all of this like I have. If you would like to see the rare not safe for work content that I spent 5 days trying to achieve, then I'm afraid you'll have to subscribe on another channel, on another platform. Scroll down into the description and it will be available for you there. Obviously, there is no obligation, so if that does not take your fancy, I will never hold it against you. I just very much appreciate the fact that you've come over and checked out the video, you know? So yeah, thank you once again for tuning in and watching the video. I really, really appreciate it. We will be back next week with another delightfully questionable game here on the Questionable Game Emporium.